Hi guys, my name is Kayla. I am from Austin, Texas, and next year I'll be attempting to thru-hike the Appalachian Trail in 2020. Just a little bit about myself. I am 24 years old. I'll be 25 by the time the trail starts. I have two dogs. One is Willow. She's a German Shepherd, the black and tan version, and the other is Kenai. He's a solid black German Shepherd. I also love art, so I do love painting and drawing, tattoos, just pretty much anything in a form of an art. I'm also pretty introverted, so this is a little bit out of the norm for me. I don't normally talk to videos or do anything that's a little outside of my comfort zone, so this will definitely help with that. I currently work as a host at a restaurant. I also have food run as well, so that's how I've been able to make this journey happen next year. So on to the stuff that you guys actually care about. When do I plan to start the AT? So since my dad is starting with me, we're looking around mid-March to probably about the beginning of April, depending on when he can take vacation. Because he wants to do about weeks with me, about 2 to 3 weeks or so. So whenever he gets a better, idea on his work schedule, we'll be able to pick a date. How did I hear about the AT? Ironically, I heard about it through my dad. I'd heard of the Pacific Crest Trail, and from the movie Wild, the book Wild. So I kind of did a little bit of research on that, but I never, did anything about it. But I just thought it was such a wonderful idea to go out, spend 6 months in nature. So, but then in April, when I got laid off from my job, my dad mentioned a book for me to read, and it's such a great book, and I was like, I need to do something like this. So I started doing more and more research between the AT and the PCT, and since this will be my first backpacking trip, I guess a long distance trail, because I've done backpacking before, I decided the AT would be the best bet for me. So why am I thru hiking? So there's several reasons why I'm thru hiking. The obvious, why not? 6 months in nature, just getting to do that every day. That sounds like an awesome idea. The other, so I can prove to myself that I can actually do it. I've never done a long distance backpacking trip before. I've done backpacking before, but never to this extent. The longest I've been on a backpacking trip was, I think it was about a week. So I kind of just want to prove to myself that I can go out and actually do this. The third reason, I struggled with depression since 2008. So this is kind of a way for me to give back and just really figure out who I am. I went through a little bit of a funk the last year or so. So I'm just kind of needing to figure out who I am again, what I want to do with my life, and just get that balance back. So how am I taking 6 months off work? Well, as I said earlier, I work at a restaurant. So, it's where I started industry. So I just told my boss, I was like, hey, so I'm going to go and take 6 months and go and hike this trail. They said, okay. So whenever I'm ready to leave, I'll put my 2 weeks in, and then I will go and hike. And then when I'm ready to come back, I'll come up to them and be like, hey, I'm ready to come back to work. So then I'll get hired again. So I'm pretty fortunate with that. So while working at the restaurant, I've been able to pretty much save up all my money, because I also moved back home with my parents. Not the typical idea for a 24-year-old, but it was the best way for me to save money, especially since rent is so high in Austin. Now I'm moving home, living at home rent-free. I only have a few bills to pay, so I'm paying those, and then just saving whatever I can, so I can, have the 6 months to hike and then not have to worry about struggling financially. What am I doing to prepare? So we're going and hiking all the local trails around us. There's not a whole lot of elevation gains, so can't really prepare that way, but we can prepare with getting our bodies used to doing long miles. So as of right now, we're about getting to a distance of 10 miles. We're trying, and we just started using our packs with weights in it. So getting used to having weight on your back while doing long distances. So hopefully by the time we leave, come, March or so, we'll be able to do like a 20-mile day with a full pack. Also trying to prepare mentally. Just trying to tell myself, I can do this. Like, you know, I've battled so many other obstacles. You know, this is just one more that I know I can overcome. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. So if you guys want to follow my journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me at kayla.bold. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one.